Hello, everybody. How's it going? It is Matt, and it is Terrifying Tuesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot of movies to review. And also, with that said in mind, also check out the description box. I give you a little bit bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this one, and a link for where you can purchase this one. And if you decide you can help support the channel and toss me a couple of bucks, and it gets movies, new stuff for the set, and all that great stuff. Otherwise, all that said and done, let's get on to the film of the day. And today's film is a magic one. I'm granted it is a Christmas movie. I am doing it this month because I don't want to wait until December to do this. I feel like this is a great time to do it, being October, and it fits the October motif to a T. It is done by one of my favorite German production companies, and that is Psycho Productions by Crippler, Criss, and Master W. They both star in this. Crippler Criss is your main star, and it is none other than Christmas Carol in Gore. Wow. What a great title. What a great movie. This thing only runs at about 11 minutes, so it is extremely short. I'm putting the link on there where you can rent it off of Amazon Prime. And I know that if you wait till the holiday season, they do put it out there for free on their YouTube for you guys. Otherwise, if you want to see it before then, check it out on Amazon Prime. It is well worth the watch. And plus, it helps them get their name out there a lot bigger and a lot more, because I feel like Psycho Productions is very underrated. As you can see right here, I have my King of the Cannibals poster up. It is one of my favorite films from them. Honestly, out of everything, I've reviewed 4 films from them, and all 4 are home runs. From the King of the Cannibals to Nocta to Christmas Carol and Gore, and also the Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms, which was absolutely stunning. I just am a huge fan and a huge mark for anything that Psycho Productions does. Anytime I see their name, I am all over it. I feel that Crippler Criss and Master W are very good filmmakers, and they constantly are impressing me with how much fun it seems like they are having with their films. Because Christmas Carol and Gore is just an absolute thrill ride. It is their take on the classic story of the Christmas Carol. One by one, our main lead, Ebenezer, is played by Crippler Criss. He is a butcher, and every time something happens, some of his Christmas gets stolen. Some of his Christmas meat that he has saved, that he is going to have for his meal that he has alone. And every time he turns around, something is stealing bits of it. He is first granted or first given the appearance of Ghost of Christmas Past, is played by a little tiny, little stuffed animal, Santa Claus type figure that Ebenezer was given to as a child. So it is something that he does kind of hold near his heart, but he is still also very bitter and cold. He definitely doesn't really, how do I say this, have a lot of love for people, because people, especially Christians, as they just annoyed him and they made him sick and this and that, and how he just despised how all of them acted, especially during the holiday season. Um, he quickly dispatches Ghost of Christmas Past by chopping his little head off, and he goes flying across the room, and a nice big old spray of blood goes flying out of this little tiny stuffed animal. It is absolutely hilarious and great. There is nothing I can say wrong about that scene at all. It works so well and so much fun. I definitely can see myself watching this every year during the holiday season, just because it is so much fun. And the Ghost of Christmas Present comes to visit him, and of course he has nothing to do with that. And then eventually he is met by the ghost. The Ghost of Christmas Present is the basement beast that keeps stealing his meat. Um, he gets rid of the basement beast, and then eventually he is visited by the Ghost of Christmas Future. And then the Ghost of Christmas Future brings to him a vision that he is being lynched by a mob of angry villagers. He is very disturbed by this, and as anybody would be, I don't blame him. They hang him, and then they bury him, and then they decide to take a leak on his grave. So it definitely has some really like messed up stuff happening in here. Granted, it is typical of Psycho Productions to have a lot of slapstick, silly kind of comedy, which breaks up all the really hardcore gore that they do throughout their films, and I really love that about them. They mix every little bit of every genre, and they mesh it, and they make a perfect mold of something that's going to entertain you from 11 minutes to an hour. I think Nocta is probably, I think that's their longest film. I think that runs at like an hour and 20 minutes, maybe shorter than that. I can't remember exactly. It's been a hot minute since I've watched it. But their stuff is normally not very long, so you can watch several of their films and still have time to watch a normal long feature in that same amount of time. So definitely keep that in mind. You could watch. Another one that I love is The Last Cannibal. That one I did not review, but I've seen it, and it is absolutely hilarious. It is so good. Like, everything that these guys do are just absolutely fun. So go check out Psycho Productions. Buy their movies, buy their merch. I know that they are selling Nocta shirts on Amazon now, which I need to get one because I am a huge fan of Nocta. Nocta is a very good film. King of the Cannibals is my favorite from them, though. But their stuff is all good. Um, Now, on to the three things that I like my films to meet. The first thing, the audio is very good. Granted, yes, this is a German film, and I have to read subtitles, which is fine with me. I have no problems reading subtitles. But the audio is really good, and it's delivered. If I spoke German, I'm sure I could have understood every single word that was being said, just because they always have very high production value for their films, for being low budget independent films. They look like they were made with a lot more money. They look so good. They're so polished. and nice looking and refreshing on the eyes. So it gets an A+ for audio. On to dialogue. The dialogue, like I said, is all in German, but reading it, the dialogue is very fun, um, very cool, new way of doing the take on a Christmas Carol story. I think it definitely suits their style perfectly. Everything about it, the dialogue is just magical, and it works, and this is by far um, got some of the best dialogue of their films. Not that any of the others have bad dialogue. This one, it just I think the mixture of the old style of mixing the original story's language with modern day language, I think it really worked really cool, really well. There's nothing bad I can say about the dialogue in this movie, so he gets an A+ as well. On to editing. Editing is always crisp and clean and good with their movies. It never loses pace or loses my interest at all. They really know how to keep you focused on every single film that they do. It's quite magical, and I absolutely love it. And I look forward to more of their work in the future. I know that the Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms is their latest, or at least their newest piece of work that they've done. So definitely hop on out, check out their stuff. On that editing, I'm going to give it an A+ as well. So it's got 3 A+. Is this going to get a 5? Not quite 5 out of 5, but a 4.999 out of 5. It is very close to that 5. I think if it was maybe 20 minutes longer, you could have got that 5 out of me, maybe 10 minutes even. I think that this is by far the best Christmas film I've seen out of modern ones for Christmas horror themed films in a long time. I feel like a lot of them try too hard and they miss the mark. This one hits the mark right away. It is a smash hit. I recommend you all check out Christmas Carol and Gore, and have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Now, tomorrow I'll have a review up for you. And also tomorrow night, for those of you on my Facebook, I will have that exclusive interview with Corey Cowley, which I am very much looking forward to. That will be at 6 p.m. Central Time. So definitely look for that. And then tomorrow I will be reviewing Souvenirs of a Hitchhiker, and then Dark Zone 13, and then we're going to do Center City 1 and 2. That'll be a double feature done on one review, just because Center City Part 1 is so short, and Part 2 is a feature length. I want to do them all in one sitting. And then we'll be doing Incessant, and then we'll be wrapping out the week with Tinkerman from our good friend Kelly Helen Thompson, which will be our last and final film from her. That makes me sad until the next one comes out. But either way, look for the rest of this week to be a lot of good stuff. Next week, I will be smashing them out of the park as well. I have a lot of great stuff lined up for the rest of the month, and I hope that each and every one of you check them out. With all that said in mind, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, peace.